Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Wash. My name is Beliard, Lucien. Tonight we are starting The Wash with a new setting, thanks to the creative mind of a woman called Katheryne Coudjo. Hi, Katheryne. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great, and like you said, women's power, women's rule. You can see that. We are heading to the White House soon. Just watch out.
Okay, Katheryne, tonight we are going to have a wash that is a little bit different. Different in terms of setting, different in terms of, I would say, we are not going to have any guests.
Don't make me confuse you. Just stay focused and flow.
No, no,
I'm here.
Where are you?
Right next to you.
Oh, okay, I see. No, we're talking about the wash tonight is going to be a special one. Thanks to the election that is taking place in New York. Last time we discussed about the wash, and we had the opportunity to reflect on the American politics.
Certain comments.
Now, it's been a long time, Katheryne, since in the 1980s, since we saw an election, presidential election in New York that has some impact, some interest for the people in New York. Now, with Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders, my first question to you, how are you feeling the burn?
Actually, I'm not really feeling it that much. But today I even discussed it at work with some of my residents, and they all interested, and they said, wow, this is first election that everybody has to like get involved. And I asked them why, and they said because of Donald Trump. So in a way, you know, he has really also put some fire into this year election.
Well, the fire, we're going to analyze it both ways. That first, we're going to take the Republican Party.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very interesting election year where you have someone who is not a traditional politician.
Right.
All the pundits thought he was going to last a month.
Even
max.
a month, like a week.
Okay? He lasted a week, 2 weeks. He survived scandals after scandals, and the scandals made him stronger.
Mm-hmm.
He had every reason to continue to have more. And today, we're talking about Donald Trump as a potential representative for the Republican Party at the general election.
I think he uses the street smartness. You know, he didn't really go by the book, like he said. You know, even with the poor education people, you know, he really hit the grassroots. That's his strategy, and also bring people aware of even people who are not really interested in politics. They are now even following it. You got to really talk street.
Okay.
Don't you think that also bring it up?
It is a very important remark, Katheryne. However, I do not think Donald Trump resonates only with poorly educated people. When I was looking at a crowd, thousands of people in Long Island.
But he said it.
No, we are not going to stay away. It's like if you're talking about Bernie Sanders, you cannot deny the fact that most of his electorate is made of college-educated white men and women.
Mm-hmm.
College-educated white men and women. Okay? And that's why you see here in New York, Bernie Sanders has a little bit of a problem because once the base is more or less mixed, there's a problem. But we are not going to get there yet.
Okay.
Let's focus on Donald Trump because I don't want us to wash.
And we are on the rush. When did you start slowing down?
to Russia to talk about the Democrats. The Republican Party, this year we are witnessing history. Why I say we are witnessing history? This morning I was doing a comparative studies.
Mm-hmm.
In the 1990s, in North Africa, a country had an election. That was Algeria. There was a party called Islamic Front. In French, they call it the Front Islamique.
The Front Islamic.
Du Salut. That party came to power through an election. The European countries decided they cannot accept the result of this election.
Why?
Because the result didn't fit with the person they had in mind they wanted to come to power.
Okay.
So they felt that the Algerian people made the wrong choice.
Oh, they make decision for the people now who to choose, or they walk you to the voting booth to tell you this is your hand, pinpoint this one.
Democracy à la carte. Democracy on demand.
Oh, à la carte.
That's what they call it.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is. Once you have that situation, but at that time, Katheryne, they thought that was a situation that was so far away from America. Here in America, we cannot have this.
Everything go,
No, based on the history of this country, there was no way the people would choose someone and somebody else will decide, no. You made your own choice. There is a Latin expression that says, vox populi, vox Dei. The people's choice is God's choice. And in 1990, you have years of instability in Algeria. Then, when Bush came in, that was the first crack in the American election. You remember? That contested election of George W. Bush. When his so-called beat Gore, when the Supreme Court gave him the presidency. That was a gift from the Supreme Court to Bush. And what happened is the people here couldn't imagine that in the United States, usually, once you have an election, the night of the election, you have the result. And it was dragging days.
Courts.
You remember that those Dempo chat, pregnant chat, all the chats, that people got their election 101 education about how things.
Really,
yeah. However, this year with the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, I'm sorry, what's going on? What happened?
It's looking like similar. It's like they don't want. If they wish they have their way, they would change their say. You go sit down.
They are trying to change it.
They are trying to change it.
That's the reason why.
That's why Cruz is here.
Is he here?
Yeah, I saw on social media today actually, and some people said, "Oh, you were here."
He came to the Bronx?
Yeah, they said it in Spanish.
Was he welcome?
Oh, I felt so sorry.
You know I'm pulling your leg.
Yeah, they felt so sorry. They said, "Oh, what are you doing here? Bronx is immigrants population.
City.
What are you doing here?" But actually, so gentle, he didn't respond that much.
I'm going to hit him a little bit below the belt. Is any Canadian or something?
What?
Cruz, was he born here?
Actually, I don't think he really
According to Trump.
No, I don't think he
According to
really
other
knows
scholars.
where he comes from. I'm sorry, I have to say
No,
that.
but he was born in Canada.
I don't think.
Isn't he an immigrant?
He doesn't
does that
think.
make him an immigrant?
No, he doesn't fall into that category according to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, according to his books, he's not.
There are
an
different
immigrant.
standards
Yes.
to define who is an immigrant. Who is
That's
not.
correct.
Okay. maybe if you were an immigrant, you would probably stood in the line. He waited for his turn to become an American citizen
now
today.
You know.
Oh, okay, now I know. But let's go back to the crisis that's facing the Republican Party today. Katheryne, this is something very exciting, and I figured I can imagine historians 20 years from now that will be writing about what's going on. This is a serious thing that's happening. You ask the people to pick and choose a candidate that will represent their party through a primary process. But the process is very well regulated. The people started choosing who they feel should represent them.
But they thought they have regulated the people too. That's where they're wrong, because it's like everything is being regulated, like the process and everything, and the people knows that, you have to fall into a certain category to be a politician, certain role models, but this come like an underdog.
Yeah, it is an underdog. I'm going to come to this aspect, Katheryne. But what is interesting about what we're discussing today is the fact that the choice of the people doesn't seem to match the choice of the people.
That's what I'm saying.
At the superstructure at the head of the party. But how in the world the people who are supposed to be the base of the party, who are supposed to follow in quote unquote direction that the party is giving them, the people are going south, the head of the party they are going north. But we were talking earlier about rules and regulations. This is not an easy process. What you see apparently is not the reality. And you saw Hillary or Trump won a state. He thought he got all the delegates. But it is true, there are certain states, the delegates are given to the candidate according to the score. Okay. The percentage of people who voted for you, the winner will have the lion's share, but there is a proportional attribution of delegates to the person who didn't win the state.
Okay.
Or depend on if you have 3-4 candidates, they will be distributed proportionally.
Okay.
You heard this week Donald Trump accusing the Republican Party of running a rigged system. And he called them off, and he called them, asked them, telling them they should be ashamed of themselves. This is something very, very significant. Okay?
That's him.
Well, but what's going to happen, Katheryne? The people who voted for Trump, they knew they made their choice. They voted for Trump. They voted for Cruz. They voted for Kasich. They voted for Rubio. But if they feel they've been cheated of their choice, if they feel that the party is playing a sleazy game, what will happen? That's the question. Are they going to put up with those tactics that Trump is really protesting against, or are they going to follow Trump if Trump decides to run on the third track, and then independent? What will happen?
If Trump, I think at this point, talking about Republicans, Trump is already in the lead. We all see that, the numbers. And some of the candidates like Cruz made some remarks that already setting people off. So if Trump decided, you know what, I don't think the Republicans are really accepting me because I'm not following the rules and regulations, I'm going to be independent, I think nothing wrong. He might get it.
Okay.
Because so far, I will say from my observation, from day one, he's himself. He said like it is. If he has to say, hey, if you curse me, I'm going to punch your face, still people following him. So now people have accepted the way he is. And honestly, if I ask one or two people in the community, I say, what do you think? They say, you know what, certain things need to be said years ago, and it wasn't said. I think he's coming out to say like it is, take me or leave me.
Last night, I was listening to one of the strategists of the Republican Party. I'm referring to somebody that is called Dan Sinner. He was an advisor to Romney, an advisor to Ryan. He played a key role in Iraq when Bush was president. He was stating clearly that if Trump is the nominee, it is a guarantee the Republican Party will lose.
Yeah, because of Hillary.
Not because of Hillary.
Why?
Because your candidate is a weak candidate, okay?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't have a candidate.
Oh, you don't have? Okay, that's good.
I don't have.
I was looking for a debate here, but I cannot get it.
I don't have a candidate, no.
I was looking for a debate.
The game is still on. Things can change.
Oh, okay. And the reason why he said that, is it because he hates Trump? No. Is it because that he feels Cruz could be a better candidate? No. He stated Cruz would lose as well against Hillary.
But I think Cruz will lose a big time.
He claimed, I'm just simply referring to what he said. We're going to come back again to our opinion, what we think. Cruz will be less likely to be beaten, but he will be beaten anyway. Donald Trump is a definite loser, according to him. So why?
According to who?
According to Dan Sinner.
Okay.
When you take the electorate, American electorate, how do they see the candidate? How do they see Trump? How do they see Cruz? How do they see Rubio? How do they see Kasich? According to the statistics, what they call the favorable view, how you as a woman you see Trump. Okay, you remember that statement about with that famous Fox News? She was looking for blood. She has blood coming from her eyes, ear, nose, from wherever. You know, and you remember that make him look. The women do not have a favorable opinion about Trump. Added to the fact that the immigrant communities, the Hispanic communities, the black communities, I don't know about the Asian communities.
We are all immigrants.
Okay?
For sure.
And beside the immigrant communities, you have the Muslim communities who do not see him. Even had some issue with the Pope. The Catholic communities may be holding that against him.
He has issue everywhere.
That's a very challenged candidate. And people will even say that a very embattled candidate. So how strong the Republican Party feel about such a candidacy, that's a problem. And that's why they were trying to find every tricks in the book.
It's too late.
To stop him from being the nominee.
Even Chris Christie supported. Carson was supported. They should have wake up earlier on. It's too late.
No, Chris Christie is playing his role of cheerleaders. He's a cheerleader now. He made the dirty job for Trump when he was attacking Rubio. But later on, people realized that he was doing the dirty job for Trump to destroy Rubio. He did it successfully. But after that, he couldn't even take advantage of it. He had to drop. You know?
The
But
race is too hot.
now, when it comes to Cruz, his favorability is not that high. The immigrant community did not see him. Even he speaks Spanish, the Spanish people
It's so bad.
is not welcome. His view about guarding the Muslim in the neighborhood, having police watching.
But where did he take his advice from?
Well, they think they can. They were. There are certain things they were saying. They knew. He knew to whom he was talking to. He was not talking to me. He was not talking to you. He was talking to the conservative base. Not the urban population. That's how they were. The people deep in the south, the Midwest, these are the people he was really talking to.
But the
Because
point
that's
is,
where
you
it's
are
based.
everywhere. It doesn't matter.
No,
Whatever
he
comes
was,
out,
he was talking to his base. Then he needed their vote. He was telling,
So you have to say-
trying to be an appeaser to them.
So then he comes here, then he condemns over
That's
there.
why over
Okay.
there, when he was over there in the South, he was talking about New York values. And you heard about how much that New York value statement is hurting him. And today, Trump is taking largely advantage of the statement he made about New York values. This is a situation about the Republican Party that is really make it this election very peculiar one, because the Republican felt, or they feel this should be their years to take back the White House, but they don't have
It's not looking
the
good.
message, the right message. They don't have the messenger.
And they had a lot
Both.
of candidates.
And you see Kasich, who is supposed to be the candidate that is not winning anything. He won one state, that was his state,
Great.
Ohio, okay? But he's still hanging around, hoping the people will feel that, hey, Trump cannot win,
Cruz can win.
Cruz cannot win.
Give it to me.
I am the only moderate candidate that can represent the value, the true value of the Republican Party.
But I think it's late now.
Politics,
funny.
it's
It can
the
switch.
art of the possible. In French, it's l'art du possible.
So there's
It's the
hope
art of
for him.
possible.
There's hope for him.
Well, slim. You have to really stretch it to the max. But the very fact he's here, there is an opportunity for him to be a part of the ballot. And when the people will start voting at the convention in Cleveland, who knows if they cannot really pick and choose a winner, and they will have to, maybe you will see people who drop out. These people become more or less attractive.
Trump is not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere?
Oh, Trump is.
I would never ever say that. I remember we had a conversation, a show here at the beginning, and I was telling people, be careful about Trump, because his electorate, his constituency, has been built by Sarah Palin, the Tea Party, the Republican Party has been catering to that to the extreme extremists in the party. That's where he is building a base. So you shouldn't discard him, summarily.
So you saw it coming.
I saw it coming. I said it. And recently I was talking to one of my co-hosts, Abdoulaye. He had to apologize and say, Jean, you are right about Trump, because I would never see him coming. And also, not about Trump, I have to rephrase myself. He was talking about Sanders.
Okay.
And it was about Sanders. It wasn't about Trump.
Okay.
But I'm still right about Trump. If he's listening, he knows I was right about Trump. Not because I'm sharing Trump's views, but I was simply making an assessment of the reality of the Republican Party, the party they've been building. That's why people like Colin Powell, the last two elections, didn't vote Republican. He said that he doesn't recognize the party that is there today. And this is one thing that today it is important to pay attention to. Katheryne, I think it's time for us to take a commercial break. We're going to break to a commercial, and then when we come back, we'll be talking about the Democratic Party.
Yes.
You are watching The Wash, and thanks to
right
Katheryne, we have a new set.
Yes.
Katheryne Coudjo designed a new set. I don't know if we're going to adopt the set, I have to look for advice of other specialists like me.
We're on public, so just let's go to commercial and watch his face when he get back on the rush.
All right, I'll be rushing to leave.
Hey, are you tired of wearing shoes that hurt all day long? Do you wear shoes once, then throw them away? Well, then you need to visit Eric Comfort Shoes. They are the official dealer of over 60 brand name shoes, ranging from Calvin Klein to Kenneth Cole, from Hush Puppies to Bostonians and Floor Shine. Eric Comfort Shoes has shoes that will suit your liking. They have shoes for all occasions and all seasons. If you are a nurse, don't worry. They have comfortable shoes for you too. For a true professional experience, visit Eric Comfort Shoes at 216-11 Jamaica Avenue in Queens, 718-465-2860, or 426 Hillside Avenue in Williston Park, Long Island, 516-877-2002, and ask for Abraham. Eric Comfort Shoes truly offers the best for less.
Hi, moi c'est Alex Charles et puis je suis pharmacien ici à la HealthNet Pharmacy. Nous situons sur 3601 Church Avenue. Nous avons invité ici à nos pharmacies. Ici, nous avons une explication sur tous les médicaments avec sur toute maladie ou gain. Nous acceptons toute assurance et puis nous faisons free pick-up avec free delivery. Toute conversation ici a été privée. Et puis nous voyons les médicaments en Haïti tout sous les besoins. Ici, on a nos services qui professionnels avec garantie. Pour toute information, relais 347 533 99.
I couldn't stop my mind. My mind kept going. I started having delusions and hallucinations. I've been dealing with bipolar disorder since I was 18. When you can talk about what you're experiencing, it draws you closer to others. Along with medication and counseling, it's important just to take care of yourself. Leading a good life with the mental illness is possible. Wellness is possible. Today, I thrive.
My name is Beliard, Lucien, JB for you. What's your name again?
Katheryne Coudjo, aka Key Mama, for sure.
Hi, Kimama. How are you?
I'm great.
Okay.
I'm freshen up. How are you feeling from
I'm
the
feeling
punches?
much better. You see, I look much better with the punches.
Good, good.
It goes well with me. This is not the first time I've been abused here.
Okay.
So this is a public complaint. Well, Katheryne, we've been talking about, we promised that this year, this show will be about the American election. We wanted to have someone from the Sanders campaign to come tonight to discuss about the Bernie Sanders fever.
Right.
But unfortunately, with the debate going on tonight, it was kind of difficult to have a hold on anybody from the campaign. Hopefully tomorrow or before Tuesday, we'll have an opportunity to really host them here and have a very thorough discussion about the experience of Bernie Sanders and candidacy. Now we discussed largely about the Republican. And
Yeah, before we move on, during the break, someone texted me and said, Key Mama, when did you start talking about politics? And I said, I'm not into politics, but I really care who comes to power. Because in case, some remarks, I have to start packing my bags and see which direction I'm going to head, whether north or south.
Well, we better be talking about politics because no one can afford to ignore politics. You may not be a politician, but if you do not talk about politics, if you do not care, someone will for you. And that will not be to your liking. Okay? So that's why talking about that, Katheryne, before I even go to talk about the Republican, we African, we Caribbean should be talking about politics. Don't you see the politician when it's time for the election? Everybody goes to the mosque, not to the mosque, to the synagogue.
Oh, everywhere.
And put the yarmulke. You have to put it. If our vote is organized, despite the fact some people are running racist, Islamophobic campaign, they will have to come to the mosque as well.
Because we are together.
Because they know there is a bulk of votes, organized vote that is there. They don't want to afford to leave it to anyone to take advantage of.
Because we are divided in our community.
Division is a fact. Listen, look at us here. We are not going to build on division. Mm-hmm. We build only on unity. Where are you from?
You want to know?
Caribbean?
I'm African.
Oh, you're African?
Yes.
I'm from the Caribbean, but
you're African.
An African that was transported to the Caribbean.
So you are not immigrants.
By slavery.
So you are not immigrants.
So let's see, I'm white.
I can see that.
Oh, okay, all right. You are from Ghana. I'm from Haiti. We are sitting here. This is the proof that we can overcome the legacy of division.
Our forefathers fought, deal with that issue. Now we are cool.
Yeah, well, we have to make an effort as leaders, okay, to show that unity. Haiti, Ghana, Senegal, Guinea, Ivory Coast, we here, we work, and on the same platform for the same cause. Because there is one thing I always like to say. This is the same boat coalition. What issue, Katheryne, are you facing that I'm not facing? What issue are you facing that Abdullah is not facing? What issue are you facing that George Kaku is not facing? What issue are you facing Ule is not facing? Regardless of our little ethnic group, as an immigrant, we have the same problem. Our children are facing the same problem. Sometimes people who said, why are you talking about politics? I don't wish that on anyone. We here trying to defend create a better life for our family. Our children are here, but God forbid something happen to your child, you will discover, hey, I need solidarity. I need people to talk, to stand with me.
Yes. They will say, oh, they are not even paying attention, but you forgot that you were in that boat that you said, I don't care before. Because
this is them, this is us.
Until something really, and you need a community.
I do not wish it on anybody. We want our community, we're here to defend our community, but we have to organize. We have to talk about politics. Politics is the way of life, is the way that our city is organized.
Right.
And we come here with the mentality that we are in transit.
But anyway, before we move on, have we forget that, there's candidates going around to fill the Charlie Rangel position? Because of all this presidential election, we even forget our local...
Let this candidate come here. We'll be talking about him like the same way we just won the commercials. We'll be running commercials for them. The same way... we will be talking about
because
Charlie
we only
Rangel.
focus on presidential. And we have our congressman...
All politics are local. All politics are local. And we here, we're supposed to question them. We hosted one of them here.
Right.
Okay.
Clyde.
Clyde,
Williams.
and I heard him talk. That was with you or something?
Yeah, with me.
Okay. I don't know if are you his campaign manager?
Oh, no.
Okay, if you were, I was going to ask you for a deposit now.
Oh, because I'm talking now.
No, for a deposit for the advertising you'll be running for his campaign.
No, actually, we are here for all the.
We take layaway now.
You take layaway. Okay, we are here for our community, so anybody is welcome. Our doors are open. You are watching The Rush. Anyway, let's get back to our main topic.
We were talking about, we were not off topic, by the way.
Okay.
Because the issue we were talking about.
This is how what we go through. Far right, far left, we come together and we make things happen to you to watch us.
Katheryne, right now with the Democratic Party.
Are you a Democrat?
I am totally independent.
Oh, so do I. That's why I'm sitting here.
Totally independent. That's why I can really take a little distance and be a little bit objective about both parties.
Mm-hmm.
The Democratic Party is facing a little rebellion. Why I call it a little rebellion? Everybody thought, most people believe, I shouldn't say everybody, most people believe that this primary process was going to be a coronation of Hillary Clinton.
Right.
That was his time. She's a female. It's time to have a female president.
Female power.
But the issues that we are facing, whether you are male or female, if you do not have the right position about...
Or you're a mix?
Mix. I don't know. Don't get into that politics because today you don't know. I rather say male or female.
Okay. You stop
even,
right there.
even if you are gender neutral,
Okay.
I don't care. What I care about is your position on certain issues.
Mm-hmm.
You call yourself Democrat, your position may be worse than a Republican. You call yourself a Republican, your position could be more acceptable than a Democrat. Depend on how you face the issues. Because what they're going to decide will depend on what type of society we're going to live in. Mm-hmm. That's why the brother or the sister will call you since when you talk about politics.
Right.
Okay? It is important that to know what the type of school our children are going to have, the type of universities, the cost of the university, the cost of healthcare, the wage we're going to have.
Everything.
We are working poor now. We work, husband and wife work, they still cannot put
save anything.
You're talking about saving?
And enjoy.
You cannot even eat.
If you eat, your connection will be off.
Off. Okay? That's what they call about
working
working poor.
Working poor.
This is something
We
very
learn it
important.
every day, you know. We learn.
Therefore, you see Bernie Sanders, people like to call it the old man.
People like to, but he's old.
Well, he is old, but he's
not old.
He has
old.
He has a great message. His message is resonating with the youth.
Slow but sure, it's climbing.
He's resonating with the youth. He was resonating with the people who see their job being a ship offshore. He's resonating with the people who are facing between eating or buying the medication. Mm-hmm. People who are becoming homeless. People who've been working for the past 10 years instead of seeing their economic condition improving.
But Hillary is not saying the same thing?
No. I'm not saying she's not.
Okay.
I'm explaining why the people
I just
are
want to hear that side.
Okay? Mm-hmm. But Hillary is mostly the establishment candidate. The people the way that Bernie Sanders is addressing certain issues, his position on certain issues, is forcing and making Hillary a much better candidate.
Okay. But Hillary, if I'm correct, she's in the lead.
In New York.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
largely.
Okay, good.
Okay, but if I'm correct as well, I believe she lost the last 8 primaries and caucuses.
Yeah, she understand that.
Oh, she does.
But she's home.
Okay, all right. Oh, Bernie Sanders is home too. He was born in New York.
We know that.
Oh, we.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't have any position now.
Don't worry.
You're talking about it's we now.
Don't worry.
Okay, I'm worried.
Because I'm talking as a woman. So talking as a woman, it's we know.
Oh, okay.
Which part you don't understand?
That's a strictly gender issue.
If you lose in your home, because Clinton came to Harlem, has office, he became part of us, in the hood and everything. So it's like you are home now. We welcome you.
Oh, we welcome Clinton and then we get dislodged in our board?
No.
We were kicked out in Harlem?
No, we weren't kicked out.
We're moving to the board.
They call it gentrification. Gentrification.
We are moving to the boards.
Yes.
Across the river.
Yes.
Okay. So, but let me remind you, this is because of Clinton policy. We have the highest population in prison in the United States because of his policy. Thanks God, Obama reversed them, but I hope Hillary will continue in the same route. She seems to have embraced Obama wholeheartedly. And Hillary, in a sense, personally, I'm glad that she had to face that hardship. She has to face the challenge to understand and feel the people she relies on, they are not gullible.
Right.
She has to work and fight for the vote.
Work hard.
And harder. I like to see her working harder and harder. Because.
Why?
Because a position about the establishment, a position about labor, a position about certain issue, foreign policy. You see that she's getting hit seriously because of people are perceiving Hillary for being a warmonger.
Even today, one of my residents said, "Oh, she has a lot of baggage," and I said, "Who doesn't have a baggage? Somebody should come out and say, I don't have a baggage." Well,
her baggage is very.
It's very heavy.
Heavy. No. Honestly, I'm glad that Bernie Sanders is giving her a run for money, because the party with Clinton has moved to this quote-unquote center, but it was at the center. The party has moved to the right. With Obama, we are moving more to the center, and with Bernie Sanders, we're going to be where we're supposed to be.
In the center.
And not more. I want us to be where we're supposed to be, in the progressive stand. Liberal. I'm a liberal. Okay? Therefore.
You like to be in the center or far?
No. If I had to position myself, I would position myself with Sanders.
Good. Which side?
Sanders is claimed to be on the left.
Okay.
That's where I'm supposed to be. Okay? Because imagine I was talking to Eve, our technical director, this morning, and we were talking about a political election, and I was telling him, Eve, do you understand now? They're forcing us to raise our own barrier. They're forcing us to limit our dream. The man is talking about living wage. It's like, oh, this is not possible. He's talking about free tuition.
Right.
But no one is questioning the military, the billions, the trillions of dollars we're spending. Once they spend $300, $400, $500, $1 billion in education, it's too little. But they have no problem spending $50,000 for sitting in a prison cell. They have no problem sending our youth to jail and spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on them.
They say they're educating them by the time they come out. They will be a pro.
Oh, that would be nice.
That's somewhere the money goes.
And then when you go outside and when you have to fill a position for a job, you know that famous box. No, you could be arrested before, depending on why you've been arrested for. Are you a felon?
They don't give you a space to explain yourself.
You know, you've been convicted of a felony. And then once that is in your record, this is a you don't. So this is the issue between when I'm talking about Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. The Democratic Party, they are not having a party right now because the Republicans, they are in disarray.
Among themselves, they can figure
out.
But
there is Sanders is raising a real issue, and the people are responding. And I want the Democratic Party to feel that they are inevitable. You have to come to us. Where else can you go? There is another way you can go. If you are not really presenting a good solution to us.
Which way do you suggest they should go? From your own point of opinion, which way? If maybe they listen to you, they listen to whatever the people crying
actually, I think the people have spoken. The Democratic Party
to lead what you call Trump.
No. When I say the people have spoken in the Democratic Party,
okay,
I'm talking about Bernie Sanders. Sanders is simply embracing being the messenger of the base of the Democratic Party. They is telling the Democratic Party, you have a large segment of your constituency that is totally alienated from you. Mm-hmm. You need to reach out to them. And if Hillary, she knows that too, doesn't really adjust her message to keep these people in the process, don't think it's going to be a slam dunk. Although the Republican Party, they're having some serious trouble.
But at this point, do you think she can change her message?
Adjust the message.
Adjust the message.
She doesn't have to change it.
Because it cannot be changed. Because it looks like if you change it, it looks kind of funny. Because from day one, that's the message you've been carrying. But the word you use can be adjusted.
Yes.
Yes.
But when I was talking, when I talk to my friends who ask me the questions, but Sanders is making a lot of promises. How is he going to pay for it? Did anyone question Bush when he was spending billions, trillions of dollars in the stupid war in Iraq?
Because
no one questioned.
Defending the country.
How in the world would you question somebody who is promising you free tuition, sending your children to school, promising health care? You go to Europe, countries who have less means than the United States.
They're doing it.
The healthcare system is the guarantee.
Mm-hmm. And so we are number one.
That's in what? That's why if we claim to be number one, we have to live up to our promise. Live up to the standard of being number one. You cannot be a number one when the quality of your education is falling. You cannot be a number one when your people cannot have adequate health care. You cannot be a number one when the environment is getting destroyed by certain special interests. You cannot be a number one when 1% of your population possesses 70% of the wealth of the country.
We are number one.
In economic disparity, yes.
Everything you mentioned, number one.
You are number one in economic disparity.
We stick into our ground, we stand our ground. We say we are number one.
We are number one.
That's it.
Okay, all right.
They say uno. That's it.
Numero uno.
Right.
Okay, but the point is, beside the slogan, there is a reality. The reality that President Obama, in the last State of the Union, forced us to look, to see what are the challenges that are waiting for us ahead. Here at the Rush, we could have come here and then take a couple of celebrities and talk about what do you think about. It's good. We need to bring them here as well. Okay? However, what we're doing tonight, the exercise about American politics. We live in this society.
And now
we cannot pretend to be in transit. Okay, I'm coming here to make my money and go back to Africa. I'm coming here to make my money
That's
to go
what
back
I said
to
when
Haiti.
I first get here. And I'm still here. It's been over 20 years. And I'm still looking forward to go back. How?
You know what? I was telling Eve today, when I came here, okay, roughly 30 years ago, very, very young man, and all I needed was $1 and a dream. Now all I'm left with is the dream. I don't have the dollar.
Don't worry, the dollar will come.
Okay.
Oh, you see it.
Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. We're going to try our best to have that.
Hopefully, the candidates we're going to get, the president we're going to get for 2016, maybe we'll be able to change things so we'll be able to go back.
We have to go back where?
To where we come from.
Oh,
Because we had a dream when he came here just to work, make money, and go back. But we haven't figured out how we are getting back. So maybe somebody will come and, give us a ticket to go back.
Unfortunately, Katheryne, a lot of us went back in the box.
Yeah.
Under the plane, not on the plane.
In the box.
In the box. Yeah.
So you're not coming out.
So we came here with the idea of being in transit. We're not going to stay, make some money, go back to Africa, build a nice house. Some of us build very nice house in Africa. House will never live 2 months in it.
You know how they call it? Mm-hmm. It's a funeral home.
A funeral home?
Yes.
How? Explain that to me.
Because you stay here, you don't go back. When you die, they want to take you back and lay you.
Oh, in the state?
Yes. In the building.
In the building. A funeral home.
But anyway, that's the reason why we are here trying to bring awareness that in our community, African community, although we are all not politicians, but we're trying to bring the awareness that no matter what the circumstance or the situation, if you haven't registered yet, register and let your vote count.
It's about time. It's about time to see African leaders step up to the plate. I've seen African activists, African men and women, very active in the campaign for politicians here.
Don't tell me they don't have a vote.
Okay, what are we getting for it? Do we have an agenda? What do we bring on the table?
We bring you pictures.
Pictures that you have with the politicians to show that?
Yes, I have quite a few.
I've seen African leaders fighting to be next to the mayor to take pictures.
Yes,
to
of
say,
course.
I'm a friend of the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, being a friend of the mayor. Are you advancing the interests of the community?
That's why we are getting there. By taking the picture, we can show next time.
Listen, Katheryne, let's try to be serious now. This is a serious issue that we are raising here, and we need to sit down and see who in the community can be a serious representative of our interests. I don't care if he or she's from Ghana, Haiti, Trinidad, Guinea, Senegal, but we ought to be prepared. And it's not going to be done overnight. It's not a couple of meetings that will give us that training, that understanding. We need to learn to live together. And there is a school for that here. There's a platform.
ACR TV.
Oh, thank you for saying it, because I didn't want to be considered too conceited.
Oh, but I know that. You don't have to tell me.
You know, I said too conceited. I'm conceited enough.
We have to put the station first, ACR TV. You come here, you learn. I'm learning from you. I'm not a politician, but I'm tagging along.
We are learning from each other.
Right, okay.
This is
if
a
you
sharing experience. Because Ghanaians will come with their bulk of experience. Senegalese come with their bulk of experience. Haitian with their Guinean will come. Malian come with their experience. Nigerian come with their experience. This is a mosaic that we have here. Because most of the time, what do we see in that community, in this community?
Anyway, I asked him yesterday,
finish.
let me land or two. Are you seeing us going back and forth? That's how it's normal. It can be yes, yes, and no, no. Sometimes you have to bite each other. Then you smile, you know, you blow some air. Can you feel it now? Good. Anyway, yesterday I was expecting when Hillary went to Al Sharpton office. What's the name?
National Action Network.
Okay, I was expecting that some of our community people will hold like a placard and put like certain things that we need in the community, but I didn't see any in the picture that I see online.
Who
on
would
social
see that?
media.
Who would say that?
Oh, like people that I know from our community that went to that forum were like, it's not, you know, just putting, oh, maybe we need this, we need that. So she will be able to, Hillary will be able to see some of our needs if we can get closer to talk to her, but she will read it from the plaque.
I understand. We need more than, it is a legitimate request. But we need more than a pancart to express our needs. Our needs needs to be expressed in a platform, organized platform. Let me give you an example. I was in college during the 1990s. I came across an organization called La Raza, the Rise.
Okay.
The Rise. That was an organization. The goal was to pick and choose or encourage Hispanic to become scholar, to study hard, to go to Ivy League school. The goal was to graduate Hispanic people.
So it's for elite student?
Not for elite student. The goal was to encourage them to go above and beyond their ability. Okay? But in our community, in the Caribbean community, in the African community, we need our La Raza. I know there is a Gambian community who every year they organize a party to celebrate youth, people from the Gambian community who graduate from college.
Oh, wow. I never knew.
But we need that here. Not for Gambian, not for Senegalese, for African and Caribbean. Because we need those leaders. When our children, if my child goes to Harvard, if your child goes to MIT, and they go there not knowing who they are, where they come from, they have roots, they are grounded in their community. I'm not going to say it is a waste, but for the community per se, that man who managed to be on top, among the best, if he doesn't know that he has a duty towards those who didn't have a chance to make it there, give them a hand, that's a waste. You could be a qualified scholar or qualified worker coming from Harvard, MIT, Princeton, Johns Hopkins. But if you know, okay, among the people in my community, I had the privilege to be access those high elite school. But reaching out, even if you reach out to 5 of us, you manage to do that. Yeah. It is a success. So in other words, you are sitting here, Kimama, I know of your involvement in the community.
You're coming on my case now?
Sometimes you embrace, you biting too much that you can chew. But because there are not enough people.
I'm sitting right next to you.
Because they are not, you're going to let me finish. Okay. I know you don't want me to segue in that direction, but because there are not enough people involved.
Right.
How many Kimama do we have? How many Kimama do we need?
We need more.
Much, a lot. And that's why when we sacrifice you sacrifice yourself, I do the same. Eve does, Mamadou, Abdullah, George, you name it.
Everybody.
Ule, everybody who is part, Fanta, everybody who is part of this organization. Mm-hmm. We have a sense of service to our community.
But we don't get the support and help from our community. Most times, since you put my name out there, I'm going to tell you the truth, what's going on out there. People say, I have to go to work.
I understand.
So I don't have time. Any move that I make, I have to make money out of it. Because like you said, if you pay for your conedicine, you don't have food. If you pay for your food, you don't have conedicine. So I would say most of us that are in the front, like running back and forth, it's not easy.
We have to pick and choose our battle. I understand. Some people, we are most of us in the survival mode.
Mm-hmm. That's the word to use.
Okay? However, are we going to spend the rest of our lives surviving? Or are we going to put our strength together to succeed?
We have to put it together. Like
you have to make a choice between surviving and succeeding.
You have to succeed now.
If I'm doing this here alone, there is a guarantee that I'm going to fail. If I have Kimama on my side, Eve, Mamadou, and the rest of the community, there is no way.
You're not going to fail.
Together, we stand. Divided, we fall.
But anyway, if somebody wanted to contact this place and give them the information. Okay. Because we're preaching to the community to come. This is the platform. This is a home for them. This is school and everything. How can they get
everybody will come? Most people will come here. Oh, I never knew. We are such a jewel in the community.
I know. Oh, you have a big place.
Now you know. What are you going to do about it? Now you know.
I'll be back.
Okay. And they have a business. You need to support us. Oh, you know what? We're going to do some work. Come in the next 6 months. There is not enough support.
Get used to my laughter. I'm always laughing, even when I'm mad.
So now, I think at the wash tonight, we're starting. We need to start opening the phone lines to let people phone in and share their view with us, because I feel that it's starting to touch some serious nerve. And I want to really challenge people who do not even agree with us. You know? There may be people who do not agree with us, or we are not pretentious enough to think everyone is going to agree with whatever I'm saying.
Nobody agree with that, but they might agree, disagree, but we have a common ground.
So we can agree to disagree.
Yes.
You know?
It's normal.
And then we're going to do it in a civil manner. But the point is, ACR TV, the one and only platform that broadcasts 24/7 on radio and on television, is your platform to address pertinent issues in the community. And tonight, as usual, it's been a pleasure to have my co-host with me, Katheryne Coudjo, who's made some serious effort, and I have to say it publicly. We know how we always complain about African being late. Okay? Katheryne made it an effort, always on time for the show. And congratulations, Kat. Okay?
Because we learn.
I'm not going to give you a hug.
What is the what's his name? He made a comment that African time. What's the it's called P something.
CP?
Yes.
You're talking about De Blasio?
Yeah. And it's like the comedian right away is like jump onto it and say that no, and he said then Hillary tend to turn it another way.
Right.
That's a smart way, but I never knew that they all know that most African people we are late, and that's the truth.
You was running on CP time.
CP time.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that term
Oh,
until
well,
I saw it.
I wasn't familiar with it either.
Oh,
I
okay.
wasn't familiar with it either.
So it's
But
good that it came up.
Yeah, but one thing I tell you, we need to work on promptitude.
Mm-hmm.
We have to learn how to be prompt and to start the show on time. We start be here on time. It is a medium that requires that you are a real trooper.
We have
And
different.
I
we
know
have different
what you have to
watches
do,
and time.
Katheryne, to be here. You going to work, and right after work you're coming here, and then I'm going to take her to dinner.
Hey, you here? I'm gonna hold him.
Popeye.
Open bake. Anyway, thank you very much. We're gonna break for a little commercial, and we come back and we give our
You
closing
come back.
remarks.
The show is
and-
over, Katheryne.
No, it's not over. We're really enjoying ourselves here, and like JB said earlier on, this is a place for you to be. And our doors are open. We have open door policy. All are welcome. Green, yellow, blue, black, mix. You know that. ACRTV.tv. Our studio line is 347-719-2035. Anytime you see a presenter on us online and you want to call and give comment or advice, the number is 347-719-2035. And we are ACR TV. I'll be right back. Let's break for the commercial.
Before the
Then
commercial, we're ready for the commercial, and I'm glad that you once again mentioned it. We're looking forward to meeting people, and for this summer, we're going to have quite some special program for the summer. You're going to see ACR TV more present in the street.
Right on your face.
In your face, and we're looking forward for your sponsors, the sponsorship, and do not hesitate to support ACR TV. We're going to take our last commercial, and we'll be right back.
Hi, moi c'est Alex Charles, et puis je suis pharmacien ici à la HealthNet Pharmacy. Nous situons sur 3601 Church Avenue. Nous avons invité ici à nos pharmacies. Ici, nous avons une explication sur tous les médicaments avec sur toute maladie. Nous acceptons toute assurance et puis nous faisons free pick-up avec free delivery. Toute conversation ici a été privée. Et puis nous voyons les médicaments en Haïti tout sous les besoins. Ici, on a nos services qui professionnels avec garantie. Pour toute information, relais 347 53 99.
Feeling completely alone, totally isolated in my own thoughts. I realized I was having a problem with mental health. If you're feeling depressed, you should get help. You should talk about how you're feeling. You should never be ashamed. Depression is a part of my life. It doesn't define me, it's not who I am, but it is a part of my life that I have to deal with. Today, I thrive.
Si vous voulez aider en santé pour la vie, il y a pouvoir sur toutes les maladies, pour la direction Franklin Medical Center dans 901 Franklin Avenue. Il y a un centre médical, Dr. Katheryne Jean-Jérôme a dirigé qui baille bon soin santé à tout le monde, tout l'âge, sorti dans grand-mère, grand-père, passé dans maman, papa, arrivé dans petite fille ou garçon. Dr. Katheryne Jean-Jérôme baille soins gériatriques pour grand monde, lycée board certifié dans médecine interne, pédiatrie et maladie rein, qui donc s'ouvre les familles ou examen qui en santé tout le temps, mais les OG fait même baille Dr. Katheryne Jean-Jérôme, maladie rein, sucre, tension, c'est pigo ennemi Dr. Jean-Jérôme, depuis OL, tout de suite, tu prends la fuite. Et puis tout, si vous avez besoin d'examen pour travail, vaccination et la trier, passez dans Franklin Medical Center entre Carroll et 40 Street 901 Franklin Avenue. Franklin Medical Center prend Medicare, Medicaid et assurance privée tout. Téléphone c'est 718 771 91 00. 718 771 91 00.
Hey, are you tired of wearing shoes that
That's lovely.
We're sorry, there was a technical glitch that prevented us from
You have to
closing.
stop paying attention when I'm sitting here and stay focused on the machine.
But this never happened. You know that you're responsible for the problem. Huh?
Okay, anyway. Thank you very much for watching The Rush. ACR TV will be here next week.
She was watching me, that's why.
We're on The Rush, and now we're going to talk about health and what else we're going to talk about.
Politics, of course, and then we're trying to have an artist coming here next time.
He eats and feed on politics.
Okay, until next time, Katheryne.
See you. Peace, and have a good evening.
Good night.